Hey! Damn, it is late right now. Hey guys, what's going on? Sleeping Sunset, aka Michael. It is currently 12 a.m. right now. The banner and everything that's been dropping and updating for Genshin Impact's Twitter and Hoyo Lab, they just dropped stuff like a couple hours ago. Personally, I just got back from work and kind of a little tipsy covering this, but you know, it's all about the grind. It's all about staying on top of things, and I wanted to update you guys personally on just the event banners and stuff like that in general and what's going on in Genshin Impact. So, starting off in Genshin Impact's Twitter, they go, "Hello travelers, version 2.2 is just around the corner. Click the picture for a quick overview." And then they also have the full notice here. But as we look at it, we do have Tartaglia's banner, and so for people who've played Genshin Impact since launch, or maybe like a month in, you know that this is going to be Childe's or Tartaglia's third run. And for us, it's going to be the second rerun, but it's technically his third run. I'm looking at the banner lineup right now. We got Tartaglia as the main, of course. We got Ningguang, Chongyun, and Yanfei. And personally, my opinions on this, I would like to know your guys's. Just comment down below. Personally, if you're new to Genshin or have like, you know, maybe joined a couple months back, then Tartaglia wasn't available. And if he's your favorite character, I recommend pulling for it. Just because, you know, if you like a character and, you know, you've been saving up your Primo Gems and you don't know where to spend it on, or even if you just took a hiatus and you're just getting back into things and you want to just, you know, spin the gacha roll, maybe dump a little bit of cash into it, roll the banner. Personally, Childe does amazing as both a main DPS and a DPS burst. I'm going to link down below some really good guides on how to build Childe, specifically on his artifact sets, what talents to invest in, and all that jazz, and like what weapons work with him the most. I'm skipping just because, you know, I already have the characters, so I already have the assets. If you're kind of debating on whether or not to spend money on this banner, then I'd probably give you some advice and say you don't have to pull it if you don't need to, you know what I mean? If you're looking for constellations for the 4 stars, I just want to say good luck. Sometimes you could be the unluckiest person and pull like the same constellation of the character that you don't need in a row, and it could be kind of frustrating. I had that as like personal experience, but like for example, I have Chongyun at C5, and I might be the unluckiest person in the world and just pull a bunch of Yanfei and Ningguang constellations and not pull like a Chongyun constellation till like maybe 50, 60, maybe even 100 rolls in if I'm super unlucky. But if you're looking for like Childe constellations and you just want to pull for them, I recommend either C1 or C6. C6, of course, super broken. You know, it resets his E duration. One of the biggest cons into rolling this banner is the fact that all of these characters are included. Even though I stated before that these characters are all DPSs, it's the fact that they're all DPSs is what kind of throws me off guard. For instance, there are a lot of banners that are out in Genshin that are from the past, right? That had amazing support characters. Sucrose, for example. Bennett being one of the best supports in the game. Xingqiu. Even people like Beto, or one of the current characters right now, Sayu, or Kujo Sara, who's amazing for her buff, by the way, especially when it comes to DPS showcases. I think it's weird that all these characters are all DPSs, even though the fact that they're all different elements, and you know, 2 of them are catalyst users. So it's kind of throwing me off guard that there's not as much variety as seen from the past banners. And if you're going into this banner being a new player, it is kind of high reward just because now you have options to get either one or multiple DPSs from this banner. But when it comes to, you know, maybe a little beginning to mid player, or even like a mid to end player, or like an end game player, for instance, and you're kind of like hunting for constellations or like just hunting for like different characters, then there's probably going to be a little wait because you want to be able to have better supports or, you know, just better team synergy, and these characters aren't going to cut it. I think that this is what throws a lot of people off when it comes to this banner. Not just the fact that this is Childe's second, rerun or Childe's third run. It's the fact that there's not enough, complementary characters or 4-star characters to complement Childe's build, especially when you're trying to build a team around him. Continuing on to the weapon banner, I was kind of surprised that they stacked up Polar Star with Memory of Dust. I kind of understood it though, because Memory of Dust was certainly not a popular weapon banner. Not a lot of people rolled for it. I didn't. And then looking at the 4-star, I covered a video of this that I'm also gonna link down below of both Polar Star and Akumaru. Weapon banners for me are usually a skip unless you really want the weapon. Polar Star is definitely gonna be one of the best weapons for Tartaglia, but there are certain weapons that you could invest onto him without rolling this banner. For example, if you buy the Battle Pass, Viridescent Hunt, and then just go for the Hunt for the Refinements. You could also go the Black Cliff Bow. And you could also go, if you already have Skyward Harp, then, you don't really need to roll this banner unless, you're doing it for personal reasons, if you're testing and stuff like that. Especially weapon banners, even with the Fate Point system, it's still a lot of money to pull on this banner and get the weapon that you're getting. If, like I said, you're the unluckiest person in the world, then this could be upwards around maybe $200 to $400 just to spend on this weapon banner. So if you lose both 50/50s or whatever the percentages are, because it's a little bit different in the weapon banner, like I said, there's different weapons that are also on the weapon banner that are 5 stars. Not just the Polar Star and Memory of Dust, but it's gonna be other random things like Skyward Set, Primordial Jade, Wolf's Gravestone, things like that. This one's a little tricky. Weapon banner, I definitely try to refrain from, especially if you're trying to drop money. Then I wouldn't advise it. If you don't have Rust and you don't have any of those bows, you could try your chance on it. Maybe a 10 pull or 2, because Rust is featured as a rate up in this banner. Also, maybe you'll get lucky and get Polar Star right off the bat. I wish you guys luck. I might try to roll this banner, but dude, if I get Memory of Dust, I'm gonna be super sad. Everything else that MiHoYo posted was about, the events and stuff like that. So there's a whole labyrinth thing where it's kind of like a mini spiral abyss, and then you get upgrades along the way and stuff like that. And you also get a little guide that assists you and does damage for you. So there's that event, and there's also Tune to the Warrior Sounds event, which is basically, the rerun of the Windbloom event's rhythm game. Just some last second thoughts. Maybe look at the banners that are ahead of us, especially when Hu Tao's gonna be coming up. Her C1 is definitely cracked. Her DPS potential is really up there. And you're gonna also, if you lose the 50/50 and you don't have enough primos or money to spend, then hopefully you get Toma, and he's basically Zhangling, a Pyro Zhangling, and a Pyro Xingqiu combined. And then with the shield, of course. So I definitely recommend rolling the next banner after this. And even if you're looking for weapons, Staff of Home is cracked on basically every character except for maybe Zhao. It doesn't really work for him. And then kind of maybe Zhongli, because if you're getting under 50% HP to activate Staff of Homa's passive, then you're definitely doing something wrong, especially with Zhongli. If you like Tartaglia and you're trying to roll for him and you miss the banners, then I definitely recommend it. Roll for him, it's your favorite character, or somebody just you want to roll and just keep in the collection, maybe build a team around him, then definitely go for it. Yeah, and then just comment down below, tell me what you guys think, leave a like and subscribe, and let me know if you're gonna be rolling on these banners or not.